Hey, welcome back to the Morrowind Pacifist Challenge. Today, we're starting off with a little bit of a friendly wager on some BattleBots. I'd love to make a bet, Ignatius. We're gonna vote for the Centurion. We're gonna vote 1,000 septims. Alright, let's see if we win. He's not getting very many hits in. This is riveting gameplay. Yeah, these both have the stats of their normal counterparts, so you'd think the Centurion would win pretty handily and pretty quick, but for some reason he keeps missing. Oh, there he goes. Okay, nice. Alright, 1,000 gold. Well, 2,000, but we already spent 1,000.
Welcome to the robot arena.
Yes, you could have said that earlier when I was introducing the episode and not afterward, now that I'm leaving. Whatever. We're not coming back here, even though he says that we can make more bets later, because he's going to get trapped by his own robots. There's going to be a robot revolt, like the end of that one Star Wars movie, the Han Solo one. And we can't exactly kill robots, even though they're not alive, and thus wouldn't really count for pacifism in a traditional sense. We're just not even gonna untangle that philosophical quandary. I am well pleased, good and faithful servant. My people look upon the elements and see there written a divine testament to my lordship. Did ever any other god display such dominion over the earth and sky? Yeah, lots of times. Shiggy Wrath once dropped a bunch of flaming dogs on a small town. Making an ash storm is not that big a deal. But now, with a heavy heart, I must lay a sad burden upon you. I bid you bring the peace of understanding to my missing hand. When you say the peace of understanding, is it like a death piece? Because we don't really do that. One of my most faithful guards, one of my very own hands of Almalexia, pledged to honor and protect and serve me in all ways, has lost his mind. Salus Valor has abandoned me, and now spews vile and slanderous untruths about me to any who would listen. I pity him, and know he is not responsible for his actions. To view the splendor of a god may drive even the strongest mortal mad, but now he presents a threat to us, and he is very dangerous. I fear you may not be able to spare us. So yeah, the death piece, okay. Now, Salus Valor haunts the streets and sewers of Mournhold. His wild, distracted manner frightens the people, but even my ordinators are afraid to confront so terrible a weapon master and war wizard. I beg you, seek out Salus Valor, relieve us of this threat to my beloved people, and bring peace to my sacred city of Mournhold. Where is he? My most trusted hand and faithful servant. Recently his behavior has been erratic. He has been quiet and unresponsive. I'm afraid I may have allowed him to come too close. It's possible that a mortal and a god might meet on equal ground, but perhaps he has eluded himself. I regret his lamentable state, and I am sorry that I am partially responsible for his good. Yeah, no, you're definitely responsible for a lot of things. Do you know where... Okay, fine.
Die, Fetcher.
So, she has sent you for me. Now you are her favorite. How convenient. Whichever of us dies, she will be very pleased. If both of us die, so much the better. Well, I am content. Perhaps this is how it was meant to end. I ask the forgiveness of all the gods and spirits, whoever they may be, and you too might make your peace with your gods, because at least one of us will not live to see another sunset. So, yeah, there's not really a way around this. Salus initiates combat immediately. This is a required main quest. So, yeah, no, draw. Ow. Our only real hope is to just do a lot more hits. Apparently he has absorbed all of our strength. That's not great. That could be better. Alright, that did it. Salus is probably one of the tougher fights in the game. If you can see from his weapons and armor, he's got a pretty beefy sword, and his armor fortifies a lot of things, but also reflects. So, don't try to paralyze him and throw up a reflect of your own, and maybe steal his healing potion so he can't heal. And the fight's basically over at that point. So yeah, I guess we should heal up first of all. And let's figure out a place to sell this stuff. And so, we, a loyal servant of Almalexia, more or less, have gone and murdered a once loyal servant of Almalexia. I'm sure this has no foreshadowing on this quest line in the least. I defeated Celeste Valor. He's dead? The pain is almost more than I can bear, but you have served me faithfully, and it is in my mind to grant you a divine blessing. Would you like skin as tough as iron? Would you like my protection against paralyzing terror? Would you wish to always bask in warm comfort of my reflected glory? Quick now, choose. You must not keep your deity waiting. It's the iron, please. I bless you with my gift and mark you as my own. Be ever faithful in your service, and you may expect more generous rewards. Okay. So that just gave us a bonus to... Where is it? Did you lie to me? There it is. Fortify, medium armor, heavy armor, light armor, and unarmored. 5 points. That is a permanent buff, and it's also a fortify skill buff, so it can go above 100. Like, all these stats can go to like 105 now. So that's good. That definitely helps with our armor. I went back to the mainland and collected some artifacts because our next quest... Welcome, Shadow. It is time we talked of greater things. I have watched you since your arrival in Vardenfell, and you have been a strong and faithful servant to me. None but the Nerevarine could have succeeded as you have. How long I have waited for this. My Nerevar returned to me at last. I have watched from my temple as others have made the claim, and I have seen them fall. Believe now that you are the one who was prophesied. Now you believe me. Okay. I believe you now to be the Nerevarine. Though I have watched others come and go, my belief is that you are the child of prophecy. The time has come for you to reclaim your station. Together we can unite Morrowind once again, free from the Imperial yoke. Okay, what's this reclaiming gotta entail? For years, the Chimer and the Dwemer had been at war. The Dwemer spurned the Daedra that the Chimer worshipped, instead placing their faith in their metal creations. It was only when the Nords invaded Resdain that the two nations were able to join as one under the leadership of our Nerevar and the Dwarf King Dumak. In time, the two generals became blood friends, and on the day that Nerevar and I were wed, Dumak presented us with twin blades, Hope's Fire and True Flame. Okay. Each was a magnificent blade, the pinnacle of Dwemer craftsmanship. Their blades burned with an unearthly fire, and the sight of them struck fear into our enemies. My blade was kept safe, but not so True Flame, the blade of Nerevar. It was lost at the Battle of Red Mountain. Okay. In the battle beneath Red Mountain, True Flame was shattered, the flame extinguished, and in the confusion, the pieces lost. It is time for you, Nerevarine, to remake the blade and take your place by my side once again. I have only one, which I now give to you. One side? Through my magic, I have been able to determine that... Oh, the blade. I have been able to determine that the other pieces of the blade are nearby, find the other two pieces of the blade, and forge the blade anew. Only you may accomplish this, Nerevarine. It's really convenient that all the pieces of this forgotten blade of legend that's been missing for hundreds of years, they're just all in the same place. It's all in Mournhold. We don't gotta go anywhere. Okay. Best weaponsmith in all of Tamriel reside in my city. When you have recovered the pieces of the blade, seek out the finest among these craftsmen and press him into our service. Okay, where are the pieces of the blade? They are nearby. Look to those in the city that you know and trust for guidance. Find those who would have use for items such as this. Okay. Who do we ask for guidance? Hey, Archcanon, from one religious figurehead to another, do you know where the pieces of the blade are? No. Okay. Thanks for nothing. I'm pretty sure Berenzia knows something about the blade. She knows something about everything. You could ask her, basically as soon as you unlock being able to talk to her, you can ask her about any quest in Tribunal and she'll give you advice, which is a nice touch. She's a pretty important political figure. Do you know anything about the pieces of the Blade of True Flame? We forged the Blade of Nerevar. I've heard rumors of the Nerevarine returning. Could it be you? I wonder if what Almalexia says is true and all the pieces of the blade are here in Mournhold. I have few suggestions for you. Helseth's champion Karad carries a blade that is of ancient Dwemer design. Perhaps you will learn more from him, though it will be difficult to get the information out of Karad. Okay. Karad says nothing. Goodbye? Okay.
Your loyal service shall be rewarded.
Hi, Helseth. You look weird. He really does look like someone just took a Breton face and made it gray, which I suppose is appropriate, considering what Daggerfall was like. So you're the one Tienius has been telling us about. You should have brought the information to us directly. Still, you may be of use. We understand you had a slight inconvenience earlier. Appears we were given a bit of misinformation. The Queen Mother has spoken of you as well. I don't care about anything that you have to say. I just want the pieces of True Flame? Okay, whatever. Yes, we have various sources throughout Vardenfell that are paid well to inform us with information. Unfortunately, sometimes it proves to be incorrect. One of our informants has suggested that you could pose a threat to our monarchy. That cannot be allowed, as I'm sure you understand. Okay. Yeah, I know about your mom. Yeah, I know about the Dark Brotherhood. I want...
The king's health to you, Sarah.
No, you're not the guy I want. I want you. Hi, Tienius. I sent you to investigate the disturbance and you reported your findings. No, you didn't send me to investigate the disturbance. Nobody sent me to... No, I guess Hilaire did. No. Almalexia herself did, didn't she? You're getting your wires crossed, buddy. Do you know anything about the... No. How do I get a hold of this thing? Ah! There we go. I just had to go talk to Berenzia some more about Karad. He is mute, Shadow. None have ever heard him utter a word. The only way to get near him is in battle. You will need to convince Helseth to let you duel his champion. Speak with my son. Perhaps it can be arranged. This is important.
These are strange times, my friend. The people are frightened.
Because it allows us to skip the quest where we have to fight more Dark Brotherhood agents. Alright, Helseth. I need to talk to you about Karad, the mute guy. Where is he? And Karad says nothing. Alright, since Helseth has given me the cold shoulder in regards to setting up a duel with Karad, we're going to try and get the third piece first, and then worry about the second piece. Do you have pieces of a blade? Pieces of the Blade of Nerevar here in Mournhold? Now there's something I'd like to get my hands on for the museum. I can't say that I've seen any that I know of, but I do have one piece from roughly the same time, and it seems to be of Dwemer construction. Okay, what is it? I don't even have it on display because I haven't been able to positively identify it yet. It's a shield of Dwemer make, but not traditional in any sense of the word. Pieces of it just don't seem to match, and I've wondered if it isn't some sort of fake. Suppose I might be able to part with it, but I'll need some compensation, okay? Always looking for new pieces for the Museum of Artifacts, unique items, armor, and weapons of lore, you know the stuff. If you would be willing to donate a couple to the museum, I'd be willing to part with the shield. Okay, well, I have... stuff? Do I have stuff? You not take any... I want to give you stuff. The only thing I have that you'll take is... No, that doesn't make sense, because, like, you can take the Fist of Randagulf, can't you? I feel I may have made a grievous error in giving away the Bipolar Blade, because she's not accepting any of the artifacts I do have, which are Volendrung, King's Oath, the Fist of Randagulf. The only thing she's accepting is the Ebony Mail, but that's like a really good item. I don't exactly want to give that up. So I'm going to have to figure out which artifacts are easy to get a hold of. Alright, back in Balmora, and we happen to have the Curious of the Savior's Heart, which is a valid artifact. This is my fault for not looking it up and just assuming that a Dark Elf curator would just accept Volendrung or, you know, Kagranek's tools as artifacts. It's very silly of me to think that. So I'll just stuff all this. And we just need one other, and I think I know exactly which one to get. A short walk from Caldera, in fact, about halfway between Caldera and Narmak, we have Penime. Hello. Hey there, yes, you. Interested in making a deal? Absolutely. Look, I'm just a poor merchant trying to make my way to Narmak with some trade goods. I could use an escort, though, since mine seems to have buggered off. If you'd be willing to take me there, I'll give you— No, I shouldn't. Although it is a dangerous trip. Alright, I'll give you the Boots of Blinding Speed, although I'll be overpaying you by quite a bit. I can take you to Narmak. Excellent, although that seems to be quite a high payment. The Boots of Blinding Speed are a rare and wondrous thing. Never mind. I've made this deal and I'm an honest woman. Let's get going. Okay, so now we just have to make our way to Narmak, and we don't really have to worry about actually getting her to Narmak. We're gonna be following the Batman loophole.
I won't kill you. But I don't have to save you.
Alright, folks, place your bets. Who's gonna win?
2,000 years later.
Alright, well... While escorting her to Narmak, Pemine has met an unfortunate end. Well, unfortunate for her anyway. Yeah, the game doesn't even feel sorry for her. She's a con woman who couldn't hit the broadside of a Silt Strider, apparently. I tried healing her. Like, you see, all my magic is gone. She did not hit that thing once, so I just sort of gave up. I don't feel bad. May have stretched the definition of pacifism a little there. But, you know, what's life without a little rule bending? And, of course, the item she promised us, the Boots of Blinding Speed, do exactly what they say on the tin. They speed and blind. This is probably one of the better artifacts in the game because blind is a negative spell effect and that can thus be reflected, dispelled, or absorbed. However, as a Khajiit, we can't wear boots. It's the same reason why I haven't gone for the Mask of Clavicus Vile, even though that like boosts your personality by like what, 50 points? Like a huge amount. It would be really useful for pacifist stuff. May have been a mistake on my part to go as a Khajiit, but you know, what can you do? Alright, so I have the Boots of Blinding Speed. They're certainly interesting. Yes, they are. An odd combination of enchantments, to be sure. They'll offer 250 gold for them. No, I'm donating these. This counts. This is a donation. Thank you. They'll certainly be one of more amusing artifacts, I'm sure. And I'll also give you the Curious of the Savior side. Herstein's Hide, what a prize. Are you willing to part with it? I can offer 30,000 gold. No, you can just have it. And now give me the thing you promised. You've already been quite a friend of the museum. I'll give you the piece. I'm classifying it as a Dwemer battle shield. As I said, I'm not sure what to make of it. The spike attached to the front of the shield seems to be loose, but a competent smith can probably take care of that for you. Good luck to you, and if you're able to recreate the Blade of Nerevar, I'd love to see the finished product. Spoilers, the spike in the front is one of the 3 pieces of the blade. So now I guess it's just back to Helseth to see if we can actually get him to give us the duel. How goes your quest to forge the Blade of Nerevar? Not great. Can you get me to talk to Karad, please? Hey, Bulls, you wouldn't happen to know anything about the pieces of True Flame? You know about the battle shield? Looks like a regular Dwemer shield with this other piece attached. Hope you didn't pay too much for the shield, friend. It's nothing special as far as I can see. The other piece is interesting, though. Dwemer in origin, but unlike anything I've seen before. So yeah, we got the second piece and the shield. Let me go see if that unlocks talking to Helseth. I cannot,
your loyal service
for the life of me, get
the Nine and the Empire,
King Helseth to mention Karad. Which means we might just have to do his quest involving the Dark Brotherhood, which would mean killing 3 more NPCs.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
Which is not something I really look forward to. I'm gonna have to do some more research on this, and I guess I'll get back to you guys. See you next time.